A Canadian Senior Citizen Guide by Province. Chapter 1. Canadian Senior Citizen Government Agencies by Province. Provincial Senior Offices. Most local communities and counties have their own particular area agencies on aging. Division of Aging and Seniors. Ottawa, on K1A1B4. 613-952-7606. Fax, 613-957-9938. Seniors at hc-sc.gc.ca. hc-sc.gc.ca. Free publications like Senior's Guide to Federal Programs and Services. British Columbia Senior Office. BC Ministry of Health. 1515 Blanchard St. 6th FL. Victoria, BC V8W3C8. 205-952-1238. Fax, 205-952-1282. Alberta Senior Office. Alberta Community Development. Main FL, Standard Life Centre. 10405 Jasper Avenue. Edmonton, UB T5J4R7. 403-427-6358. Fax, 403-422-5954. Saskatchewan Senior Office. SK Social Services. 1920 Broad St. Regina, SKS4P3V6. 306-787-3619. Fax, 306-787-0925. Manitoba Senior Office. Manitoba Seniors Directorate. 822-155 Carleton St. Winnipeg, MBR3C3H8. 204-945-6565. Fax, 204-948-2514. Ontario Senior Office. Ministry of Citizenship, Culture and Recreation. 77 Bloor St. 8th FL. Toronto, on M7A2R9. 416-327-2422. Fax, 416-314-7458. Quebec Senior Office. Minister of Social Services. Edifice Joffre. 1075 Chemin St. Foy. 11th FL. Quebec, QCG1S2M1. 418-643-6386. Fax, 418-643-9024. New Brunswick Senior Office. Health and Community Services. 520 King St. 4th FL. Fredericton, NBE3B5G8. 506-453-2480. Fax, 506-453-2082. Nova Scotia Senior Office. 1740 Granville St. 4th FL. Halifax, NSB3J2Z1. 902-368-6130. Fax, 902-368-6136. Newfoundland Senior Office. gov.nl.ca. Prince Edward Island Senior Office. Health and Community SVCs. Agency. POG 2000. Charlottetown, PECIA 7 and 8. 902-368-6130. Fax, 902-368-6136. Provincial Senior Citizen Medical Offices. Division of Aging and Seniors. 1908. Ottawa, on K1A1B4. 613-952-7606. Fax, 613-957-9938. Seniors at hc-sc.gc.ca. hc-sc.gc.ca. Free publications like Senior's Guide to Federal Programs and Services. Preface your letters with Department of Health. British Columbia. Medical SVCs. Plan of BC. 1515, Blanchard St. POB 2000, STA. PROV. Government. Victoria, BC V8W2Y4. 800, 465, 4911. 800, 663, 7100. 250, 952, 1742. 250, 952, 5210. 250, 386, 7171. 604, 683, 7151, Vancouver. Fax, 250, 952, 2964. rpb.ltrs@mo.hnet.bc.ca hlth.gov.bc.ca hlth.governmentbc.ca/misfialth.governmentbc.ca gov.bc.ca/health services. Office for Seniors. First FL. 1515, Blanchard St. Victoria, BC V8W3C8. 250, 952, 1238. Fax, 250, 952, 1159. hlth.gov.bc.ca/seniors. Alberta. 10025, Jasper Avenue. Edmonton, UB T5J1S6. 780, 422, 1954. 780, 427, 1432, 1452. 800, 310, 0000. Fax, 780, 422, 3552. Fax, 780, 422, 0102. Inform@health.gov.ub.ca. CIP mail at health.gov.ub.ca health.gov.ub.ca. 727, 7th Avenue. SW. Main FL. Calgary, UB T2P0Z5. 403, 297, 6411. health.gov.ab.ca. Inform@health.gov.ub.ca. Saskatchewan. SK Health Registration. 3475, Albert St. Regina, SKS4S6X6. 306, 787, 3013, 3475. 306, 787, 3261. 306, 787, 3251. 306, 933, 6275, Saskatoon. 800, 667, 7551. 800, 667, 7523. 800, 667, 7766. Fax, 306, 787, 3761. Fax, 306, 787, 3823. health.gov.sk.ca. gov.sk.ca/health. Manitoba. Insured Benefits Branch. Manitoba Health. POB 925. 599, Empress St. Winnipeg, MBR3C2T6. 204, 786, 7221. 204, 786, 7101. 800, 392, 1207. 877, 218, 0102. Fax, 204, 783, 2171. gov.mb.ca/health. Government mbca/health/msifialth.governmentmbca. Ontario. POB 9000. Kingston, on K7L5A9. 613-545-3811. Fax, 613-545-4399. 416-314-5518, Toronto. 800-268-1154. 800-387-5559, TTY. Infomo@gov.on.ca. gov.on.ca/health, health.gov.on.ca. Ontario Health Insurance Plan, Ministry of Health, epub 60258, STA. BRMB. Toronto, on M7Y2H1. 800-268-1154. 416-314-5518. 613-237-9100, Ottawa, Quebec. Health Insurance Office. Régie de l'Assurance Maladie du Québec. Service des Operations et des Renseignements Auxiliary Assures. 1075 Sainte-Foy. epub 6600. Quebec City, QCG1K73. 800-561-9749. 800-707-3380. 418-643-3380. 418-646-4636. 514-864-3411, Montreal. 800-561-9749. msss.gov.qc.ca. gov.qc.ca/vision/santa_and.htmelramp.gov.qc.ca. New Brunswick. epub 5100. Carleton PL, 7th FL. Fredericton, NBE 3B5G8. 888-762-8600. 888-762-8700, French. 800-442-9799, After Hours Emergency Social Service. 506-684-7901506-453-2536. 506-453-2161. Fax, 506-444-4697. Fax, 506-453-2726. Medicare@gnb.ca/HCS. gnb.ca/hw-sm/hw/index.htm. gnb.cagnb.ca/0051. health.nb.ca. Seniors. 888-762-8600. 888-762-8700, French. 800-442-9799, After Hours Emergency Social Service. 506-453-2145. Nova Scotia. epub 488. 1690 Hollis St. Halifax, NSB 3J2R8. 902-424-5999. 902-424-7538. 800-565-3611. 800-387-6665. 800-563-8880. 800-670-8888, TTY/TDD. Fax, 902-424-0615. gov.ns.ca/health. Medical Services Insurance. epub 500. Halifax, NSB 3J2S1. 800-563-8880. 902-468-9700. Newfoundland. Hospital Insurance Plan. Hospital SVCs. Division. Department of Health and Community SVCs. Confederation Building, West Block. epub 8700. St. John's, NFA 1B4J6. 709-292-4010800-563-1557. 800-563-2163. 709-729-5021. 709-729-4928. Fax, 709-729-4009. gov.nl.ca/health, gov.nl.ca/mcp, Medical Care Plan, Public Services Division, Elizabeth Towers, POG 200, STA, A. St. John's, NFA 1C5J3, 800, 563, 1557, 709, 758, 1588, Fax, 709, 729, 4009, Prince Edward Island, 35 Douses Road, Montague, PECOA1R0, 800, 241, 6970, 902, 368, 5858, Fax, 902, 838, 2050, Health and Community SVCs, Agency, Government of Pay, POG 2000, Charlottetown, PECIA 7 and 8, 902, 368, 6130, Fax, 902, 368, 4969, gov.pe.ca/hss, Hospital and Medical Services Insurance, Department of Health and Social Services, POG 3000, Montague, PEC0A1R0, 902, 368, 5858, Yukon, Yukon Healthcare Insurance Plan, POG 2703, Whitehorse, YTYA 2C6, 867, 667, 5725, 867-667-367-380-661-0408, Fax, 867-393-6486, hss.gov.yk.ca, Northwest Territories, Western NWT Health Services Administration, Department of Health and Social SVCs, Bag 9, 2nd FL, ICC Building, Inuvik, NT Co 0T0, 867-979-7400, 800-661-0830, Fax, 867-979-3197, Box 1320, Yellowknife NTX1A2L9, 867-920-6173, Fax, 867-873-0266, Eastern NWT, Department of Health and Social Services, Bag 002, Rankin Inlet, NT Cock-Ogo, 800-661-0833, 867-645-5002. Chapter 2. Canadian Senior Citizen Websites by Province. Alberta Senior Information. seniors.alberta.ca, seniors.gov.ab.ca, activedmonton.ca/older_adults ALBERTA 55plus.ca, albertarta.com, Alberta Retired Teachers Association, alcoa.ca, Active Living Coalition for Older Adults ASHA.com, Alberta Senior Citizens Housing Association, bc.simpiatico.ca/ASCSRA, Alberta Senior Citizens Sport and Recreation Association, camroseziniercenter.ca, 780-608-1391, Camrose, danavillage.com, Calgary, Retirement Living, espa.ca, Edmonton Senior Slow Pitch Association, informedmonton.com, look up Senior Citizen Opportunity Neighborhood Association, lethseniors.com, 403-320-2222, Lethbridge, mealcall.org/Canada/Alberta, rtgconsultants.com/senior-citizen-articles/Alberta-seniors.html, seniors.gov.ab.ca, seniors.gov.ab.ca/housing, senioryears.com/seniorcenters-alb.html, telus.net/westsen, Edmonton Seniors Center. themanorvillage.com/citizen_retirement_home.html, retirement communities in Arizona and Alberta. ualberta.ca, University of Alberta. Canada.com/Calgary. British Columbia Senior Information. CostcoBC.ca. Costco is a British Columbia umbrella organization made up of various senior organizations. Members.shaw.ca/grandmafaith/senior-citizen.htm. AdvancedSeniorSolutions.com, search engine for seniors. bcgria.com, British Columbia Government Retired Employees Association. Canada.com. cbc.ca/news. comfortlife.ca/retirement_home_search.php. diamondgeriatrics.com, Geriatric Care Elder Care Planning, Vancouver. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/citizens_action_party_left_British_Columbia right political party of seniors. gotransglobe.com/senior-citizen-housing. hometohome.ca, Vancouver Seniors Housing. northcrestcare.ca, Northcrest Care Centre, Surrey BC, Delta BC. oceanviewretirement.com, Assisted Living for Seniors Vancouver Island. retiredworker.bcnexus.com, retirementconcepts.com, a network of senior living communities with locations across Canada. retirementhomes.com/north_america/canada/british_columbia. senioryears.com/seniorcenters-bc.html. sfu.ca/seniors, Simon Fraser University, free public lectures, courses, intellectual stimulation. silverkey.ca, helping seniors and geriatric patients to locate seniors' residences, care facilities, retirement homes in Victoria. smartertravel.com/senior-travel, westshorelodge.com. Manitoba Senior Information. seniors.cimnet.ca, the Seniors Resource Network of Manitoba. AdvancedSeniorSolutions.com, search engine for seniors. comfortlife.ca/retirement_home_search.php. gov.mb.ca. leaguelineup.com/mssl, Manitoba Senior Soccer League. mealcall.org/Canada/Manitoba. mts.net/ve4wsc, Winnipeg Senior Citizen Radio Club. retirementhomescom/home/manitoba-independent-living.html. seniorresidences.com. senioryears.com. smartertravel.com/senior-travel. victoriaparklodge.com, Souris, MB. New Brunswick Senior Information. AdvancedSeniorSolutions.com, search engine for seniors. Canada.com. Sussex Area Seniors Centre.com. carp.ca. city.fredericton.nb.ca. gnb.ca, Government. lochlomondvilla.nb.ca, Long-Term Care Facility, St. John. mealcall.org/Canada/New-Brunswick. nbms.nb.ca, New Brunswick Medical Society. newbrunswick.com. new-brunswick.net. retirementhomes.com/home/new-brunswick-independent-living.html. sackville.com/community/healthcare, senior housing. seniors.ca. seniorsforaliving.com. theagapecentre.com/organizations/new-brunswick.htm, New Brunswick Health Associations and Organizations. unb.ca, University of New Brunswick. victoriastar.ca, New Brunswick Senior Citizens Federation. Newfoundland Senior Information. seniorsnewfoundland.com. AdvancedSeniorSolutions.com, search engine for seniors. alsindependence.com/retired_r_ya.htm. sdjohns.kijiji.ca/Newfoundland, Newfoundland's top free classifieds. cbc.ca/Canada/Newfoundland-Labrador. cwhc.nl.ca, Healthcare Centres, Newfoundland. cwhc.nl.ca/ch.hdm, Carmelite House Senior Citizens Home, Grand Falls, Windsor, 709-292-2528. dating.lavalife.com/Newfoundland/senior-dating.html. easternhealth.ca, the Pentecostal Senior Citizens Home. Explore Newfoundland and Labrador.com. gov.nl.ca. gov.nl.ca/health. health.gov.nl.ca/health/nlpdp/plan_n.htm, Senior Citizens Drug Subsidy Plan. health.gov.nl.ca/MCP, Newfoundland Medical Care Plan. healthy.nl.ca, a directory of health organizations in Newfoundland and Labrador. Newfoundland.com. nf.simpiatico.ca. nfld.com. nl.ca. nlpdp.xwave.com/seniors.htm, Newfoundland and Labrador Prescription Drug Program. retirementconcepts.com. retirementhomes.com/homes/Newfoundland-independent-living.html. retirenet.com/locations/1131-Newfoundland-and-Labrador. seniorcaremgt.com. seniorresidences.com. thetelegram.com, St. John's. yellowpages.ca, yp.ca. Nova Scotia Senior Information. nsnet.org/sleazt.html, Nova Scotia Community Organization Network Directory. novascotia.ca/betterca, refer seniors. retireesandpensioners.dal.ca, Dalhousie University. 50plus.com. advancedseniorsolutions.com, search engine for seniors. bridgewaterpolice.ca/senior_citizen_s_police_academy.htm. capebretonneau.ca/wellness/seniors, or revitalization of the learning process for seniors, 50+. caregiversns.org/links.php. center.aging@msvu.ca, access to library for NS residents. chebukto.ns.ca/sportfit/SASC, Ski Atlantic Seniors Club. communityzero.com/linkages, Nova Scotia Seniors. elections novascotia.ns.ca. geriatrics.halifax.ns.ca. gotransglobe.com/senior-citizen-housing. gov.ns.ca/health/ccs, 800-225-7225, continuing care, either home care or assisted living care. gov.ns.ca/scs, 800-670-0065, information line, Senior Nova Scotia. gov.ns.ca/snsmr, 800-225-8227, senior organizations can incorporate. healthandhomeseniorcare.com, Nova Scotia. kijiji.ca/Nova plus sign Scotia, classified ads. nald.ca/library/research/nova/ac-nol.htm, Nova Scotia Seniors for Literacy Project. newdawn.ca, 902-562-1245, Sydney, NS Info Line. novatech.on.ca/seniors. nsaccess.ns.ca/cap, 866-569-8428, affordable access to the Internet, Nova Scotia. nsgria.ca, Nova Scotia Retired Government Employees Association. nshealthcoalition.ca, Nova Scotia Citizens Healthcare Network. nwood.ns.ca, Northwood Manor, Retirement Living Centre, Halifax, several clubs at website. retireesandpensioners.dal.ca/scans, Seniors College Association of NS. retirementhomes.com/homes/nova-scotia-independent-living.html. rightage.org/sites. senioursadvocate.com. senioryears.com/seniorcenters-ns.html. spencerhouse.ca, South End, Halifax, Senior Center. studentconnection.ns.ca, 888-807-7777, help you learn about computers in Nova Scotia. suddenlysenior.com/novascotia.html. thechronicleherald.ca, newspaper. Ontario Senior Information. uscont.ca, the United Senior Citizens of Ontario Inc. gov.on.ca, look up seniors. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/e_center_for_geriatric_care, the Yihong Center for Geriatric Care in Toronto, oscc.ca, Oshawa Senior Citizens Centers. toronto.ca/transportation. advancedseniorsolutions.com, search engine for seniors. torontonursinghomes.com, carp.ca. comfortlife.ca/retirement_home_search.php. culture.gov.on.ca/seniors/english/programs/eldrabus/wead.shtml. mealcall.org/canada/ontario/ajax.hdm. emru.org, Municipal Retirees of Ontario. Nepean Seniors Centre.ca, Nepean Seniors Recreation Centre, near Ottawa. ocsa.on.ca, Ontario Community Support Association. opcu.org/retirees, Ontario Public Service Employees Union. orca-homes.com, Ontario Residential Care Association. ottawaseniors.com. pensionreview.on.ca. peterboroughdiocese.org, the Catholic Diocese of Peterborough, Ontario. retirementhomes.com/homes/ontario-independent-living.html. rtoaerotoronto-districts.org, Retired Teachers of Ontario. ryerson.ca/ce, continuing education at Ryerson University. seniorcitizensbureau.com. senior-citizens-community-center-hamilton-ontario.php. seniorresidences.com/ontario-list.html. seniorsinfo.ca. senioryears.com/seniorcenters-ont.html. Prince Edward Island Senior Information. disabled.world.canada/pei/pay-seniors.php. disabled.world.canada/pei/seniors-disability.php. advancedseniorsolutions.com, search engine for seniors. cbc.ca/canada/prince-edward-island. cfpay.ca, the Community Foundation of Pay. cpei.ca, Cycling Pay. gov.pe.ca. newlifesteele.com/sitemap/pay-senior-citizen-housing. PEI 55 PLUSGAMESSOCIETY.ca/links.html. payca.ca, Prince Edward Island Council of the Arts. payseniorsfederation.com. seniorcitizenlocalweb.com. seniorspay.ca. senioryears.com. sites.townsquare.ca/payseniorsfed/index.cfm, p.e.i Senior Citizens Federation Inc. upei.ca/tilde/csh/research/abuse/abuse.html, research at the Pay Center for Health and Aging. upei.ca/healthandaging, upei.ca/healthandaging/falls prevention. userinstinct.com/pe/Charlottetown. Quebec Senior Information. AdvancedSeniorSolutions.com, search engine for seniors. ComfortLife.ca/retirement_home_search.php. habitation.gov.qc.ca/en/program/adapter_ains.html, home adaptations for seniors independence. immigrec.quebec.qc.ca/en/choose-quebec/daily-life/family/senior-citizens.html. McGill.ca, University in Montreal. mealcall.org/Canada/Quebec/Montreal.htm, 514-355-1712. ottawaalliance.com/community_directory/senior_citizen_services.shtml, Regional Association of West Quebecers, Senior Citizen Services. rbq.gov.qc.ca/dir English/general/safety znir_n.asp, safety in buildings housing senior citizens. retirementconcepts.com/communities/manoir_casson.html. seniorsLivingGuide.ca. seniorears.com. thematuremarket.com. tomophobia.com/belford/senior_citizen.shtml, communities in the Lake Memphremagog watershed on the Vermont-Quebec border. ville.montreal.qc.ca. Saskatchewan Senior Information. sasksenior.com. advancedSeniorSolutions.com, search engine for seniors. canada.com. cbc.ca. shanoshome.ca, licensed personal care home in Moose Jaw. cahoseniorcenter.org. elks-sask.org, Saskatchewan Elks Association. esask.uregina.ca, the Encyclopedia of Saskatchewan. mealcall.org/Canada/Saskatchewan/regina.htm. publications.gov.sk.ca. Regina Senior Citizens Center.ca. retirementhomescom/home/Saskatchewan-independent-living.html. riversideterrace.ca, senior housing, Saskatoon. smartertravel.com/senior-travel. estalbertseniorsclub.org, the St. Albert Senior Citizens Club. uregina.ca/cce/seniors/outreach-programs.htm, University of Regina, Regina, Saskatchewan. wdmuseum.sk.ca, Thresherman's Show and Senior Festival. Northwest Territories Senior Information. AdvancedSeniorSolutions.com, search engine for seniors. carp.ca. dating.lavalife.com/northwest_territories/senior-dating.html. ece.gov.nt.ca, education, culture and employment. electionsnwt.ca. gov.nt.ca. health-cess.gov.nt.ca/seniors/pension/other_income_score-citizen_supplementary_benefit.asp. mypartyplanner.com/search/events/senior_events/select_state.html, select Northwest Territories. retirementhomes.com/home/northwest-territories-independent-living.html. seniorsforaliving.com. Nunavut Senior Information. advancedSeniorSolutions.com, search engine for seniors. atavik.ca. canada.com. carp.ca. ceridian.ca/en/resources/budget_new.html. city.iqaluit.nu.ca. gov.nu.ca. gov.nu.ca/finance/financeforms/erfeng.pdf, senior citizens and disabled persons property tax relief application. mypartyplanner.com/search/events/senior_events/select_state.html. nunavutcommunities.ca. retirementconcepts.com, retirenet.com/location/communities/1134-Nunavut, Yukon Senior Information, atlan.net/seniorservices.hdm, there are 3 senior citizen housing units in Atlan, Canada.com, carp.ca, city.whitehorse.yk.ca, longtermcarecanada.com/internet_resources.html, mypartyplanner.com/search/events/senior_events/select_state.html, select Yukon, northwapiti.com/Yukon, retirementconcepts.com, retirementhomes.com/homes/Yukon-independent-living.html, seniorsforaliving.com, whitehorse.ca, whitehorse.govoffice.com, yukon-seniors-and-elders.org.